Shalom from Jerusalem. I know you guys keep asking for updates, but the news is changing so fast that every time I record, if we don't post it within a few minutes or a few hours, it changes. So the latest, even when we went to bed last night, the IDF was saying we have another maybe few days or a week and we can close up our operation. And then we woke up at some like 3 or 4 in the morning because I was wondering why we hadn't been fired on. And then we saw that there was a ceasefire. And everyone was talking about this like euphoric, oh my gosh, there's a ceasefire. And, you know, whatever happens with the government there will happen. That's between them and the Iranians. But at least we have achieved the task of taking out the majority of the operational abilities of their nuke program. I will say that in Israel, they are concerned about the 450 kilos of enriched uranium that nobody has at least openly accounted for. So in the middle of the night, they were saying that by 7 a.m., everything was going to be quiet. So of course, Iran wanted to make sure and utilize that time, as is tradition in the Middle East when people are firing on Israel. The most dangerous time is the few hours before the ceasefire because they just want to get in their last few bits. And so they fired like just trickles north, trickles south. And of course, we had to wake up each time and go to the bomb shelters, except for me because I've been sleeping in a bomb shelter. Can't be bothered to wake up every time they're going to fire a missile at us. And so right before 7 o'clock, they fired the biggest missile that they had fired so far. It had between 300 and 500 kilograms of explosives. They hit, of course, a residential area in Beersheba, killed the people that were in the bomb shelter because it was a direct hit, and devastated the building. So at the same time, Israel was getting in the last bits of her targets in Iran, and by 7 something, everything had quieted down until like 10 a.m., at which the sirens went off again, which for us is so normal. Every time we have a ceasefire with Hamas or Hezbollah, they do the same thing. They say, yeah, we're not going to fire on you, and then they fire on us like one last one, or just one more just to say they can. So then Israel responded, because this is that important moment where Israel is setting the precedent of what will happen if they do that again. Israel responded and their planes took off and they went on their way to Iran. The dumb part about this is that we have some politicians that have these really big mouths, but they don't really carry the suave and authority that Trump does. So they just have big mouths. Like Trump has a big mouth and he can actually do something about what he's talking about. These guys, they just like run their mouth and they're just like, Tehran's going to shake and whatever. So that made Trump mad. And then of course, while our planes are on their way over there, he's like, no, you're not going to fire. Don't you dare. Drop some F-bombs so that we wouldn't drop our bombs. And in the end, Israel went ahead and dropped one just to make the point that we can. So that's the news for now. So everyone in Israel is quickly planning to go back to school for the last, 4 days of the school year, and back to work and go back to normal, because, you know, this was like 2 weeks out of our schedule that really messed things up. Airport's already planned to be open up again. What can I say? We have an incredible country. It's like war's over, back to normal. We're back to doing what we do. Growing our country, raising our families, inventing amazing things, and of course, traveling the world. Hope you get this before the news changes dramatically again. Until next time, I'm Shani Ferguson.